Hey, everybody, we're
Hello.
back. Listen, we were gone a little while. I'm sorry about our absence, but...
Probably my fault.
The voice of reason didn't have a voice. So
I did not have a voice.
She was a very subtle whisper of reason for several days there.
Yeah.
But we're back, and we're talking about Cobra Kai again.
Yes, Deceptive Daniel.
Listen, let's talk about what Deceptive Daniel has done to Season 5, because Daniel's manipulations over the years have usually only had small domino effects, in my opinion.
Okay.
But now I think there's very severe ramifications coming.
Oh, he's setting shit in motion.
Yeah, he really has. Let's think about this. In the past, Daniel's lies have been small, right? He gets like the password to Sam's computer, or he tells Johnny some bullshit to try to sink down his business, and then the whole thing with Armand in Season 1.
Yeah.
So those were bad, but now we're getting into very serious territory. We're getting into life and death territory,
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Daniel really does not hesitate to dive into some deceptive stuff, you know? He kind of presents himself as this good, virtuous person, but really he's very underhanded sometimes.
I'd say all the time. I think he is a very sneaky, underhanded kind of person throughout his life now. He's really...
Yeah. He justifies it in his own mind, though, so he doesn't really see it.
You know who wasn't like this?
Who?
Mr. Miyagi.
Right.
His mentor. His
He
father
was not,
figure.
Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi was the only time he did anything deceptive that we saw was when he stole that black belt for Daniel.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think he was really deceptive in this way.
No.
So I didn't care for this. Anyway, let's get into what I think could be happening here with Deceptive Daniel and the things he might have set in motion. All right, so Deceptive Daniel lost the tournament. They had made a deal with Kreese and kind of with Silver in a way as well. He'd made the deal that if Cobra Kai wins the tournament, Daniel has got to close up shop and stop being a sensei. Stop
Right.
sensei-ing, if you will. All right. So, but now look what he's doing. He's flown in. He didn't
Yeah.
he didn't just farm it out. He like someone local.
Yeah.
He flew in this legendary martial artist, a better martial artist than he or Johnny, I'd say. Isn't that fair
Yeah.
to say?
Oh, absolutely.
Because I think in the hierarchy of the show, I think Johnny and Daniel, it's clear, we get it. They're very equally matched.
Mm-hmm.
But we also really saw that Chozen is a better martial artist than Daniel.
Yeah.
And due to the transitive property, that would make him a better martial artist than Johnny.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I think we've also seen that Johnny and Kreese are about equally skilled, right? We've seen them fight, and it's basically even with them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then Daniel only fought Kreese for a quick moment, but that was... I mean, Daniel did win, essentially.
Mm.
But, okay, well, you can go down that road for a while, I guess. But my point is, I think Chozen is pretty clearly the strongest fighter of the four of them.
Yes.
I think that's pretty fair to say.
Yep,
probably.
I would agree. Yep.
Okay. And I think they're showing us that pretty clearly. But now Chozen is like Daniel's employee. Daniel is bringing him out to teach for free so they can clean up the valley. Good on Chozen for doing this.
Uh-huh.
But look what Daniel's just gotten him into.
Yeah.
Now we've got Terry Silver running Cobra Kai while Kreese is in jail.
Yeah.
By the way, spoilers, in case I'm way late on the party here, but spoilers for Season 4.
Yeah.
And possible spoilers Season 5. I guess we'll see. But so it looks to me like Terry Silver and certainly Mike Barnes, right? The worst kept secret in the world is that Mike Barnes will finally be involved this season. So they're going to be showing up. Here's what I imagine is going to happen. They're going to see that Miyagi-Do is still teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to say, that son of a bitch, we made a deal with Daniel.
Yeah.
Or rather, Kreese made the deal, but still, Daniel had to honor the deal for Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
And Daniel's being so deceptive that he's running Cobra Kai, but he's still running Miyagi-Do.
Yes.
Except now, oh, look, guys, hey, I'm not the one teaching anymore. I've got my friend teaching.
Yeah.
I mean, that is fucking deceptive.
Yeah.
Now, you could easily, I'm sure a few people are hearing this and getting pissed off, and they're saying, well, what about the fact that Terry Silver was so deceptive that he stole the tournament? Right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's fair, but there's a couple things there to say. Daniel doesn't know that. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So unless it's like some deep level Miyagi-Do kind of psychic feeling that Daniel has here, Daniel just doesn't know, and therefore what Daniel's doing is dishonorable.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
He's just saying, okay, I lost fair and square, because that's how Daniel sees it.
Yes.
And Daniel's thinking, I lost fair and square, but
but I'm not going to honor the deal.
Right. I just don't care.
Because these men have no honor.
Yes.
Yeah.
So look at that. Only Daniel would look at it that way.
Yeah.
These guys have so little honor that I'm just going to match their low honor.
Yeah.
So I'm disgusted by how little honor Kreese and Silver have.
Yeah.
So instead of being above them and honoring the deal, I'm just going to say, fuck it. I don't need to honor it because they wouldn't honor it. I guess that's the way he's looking at it.
I think so.
And the only thing that makes him right in this Cobra Kai weaved web, like it's so typical of the writers to be able to come up with something this good.
Yeah.
Is that the only caveat to that is the fact that, well, they cheated in the first place. And I say they, but it's Silver. I mean, Kreese probably wasn't involved.
Probably not.
So since Silver did that, in a way, Daniel's right because they don't have any honor, and Daniel's right not to honor this because it's horseshit anyway. But then you got to think, well, then what was the whole point of this, Daniel? So was that your plan from the beginning? Was you weren't going to honor it if you lost no matter what?
Yeah.
It's not like any new information came out. It's not like when Daniel made the deal, he thought that was okay, and that now so he doesn't know they cheated.
I think he never even entertained the possibility that he would lose.
I agree.
You know, so it didn't even occur to him because he didn't even entertain it as a possibility. He was going to win. That was the bottom line. And he wasn't going to have to make any choices after that.
Yeah, and that's typical. He is so consistently written that way.
Yeah.
You know, they've really done a great job of and I think that even started with the movies in a way.
Yeah.
You know, he was even like that as a kid.
Yes.
And the writers are so good. These guys, they couldn't understand an IP better. You know? They've got the nuance, the nitty gritty so down that they say, I think they sat down with many meetings and just said, what would Daniel really be like as an adult? Seeing all the things we saw in him when he was young.
Yeah, I think that they did that very well for both he and Johnny's characters. I mean, it's just like right down to the cellular level. They know these guys.
Yeah. Because think about it. Like if you took this same situation in high school for Daniel, if Daniel had made a deal, do you think he would have honored a deal in high school? See, I don't either. I think whatever deal and it's all conjecture because no deal was made in those first three films. But if there was some kind of deal where he had to not do something or whatever, he had to take some sort of action, I don't think he would have honored it then either.
No, I don't think so. Not at all.
I could see him turning to Kumiko. I could just see Kumiko with an O saying, well, Daniel, you promised that you would blah, 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 you know, you whatever you're going to do. And I think Daniel would just go, yeah, I don't care. Fuck it. Daniel's always been like this.
He would come up with some convoluted logic so that he could support just doing what he wants to do anyway.
I mean, look what we've seen him do. He tried to shut down Johnny's business, which I understand that, honestly, because Johnny did draw a dick on his face. The guy drew a dick on his face.
Well... Yeah.
So I think that one you could explore, and I think that one has some justification to it.
No.
Daniel didn't do it for no. Okay, well, that's a different video then.
Yeah.
But Daniel's also, he lies to his own family. And by the way, in a deleted scene, you guys, Daniel sleeps with Kumiko from season 3. We didn't end up seeing that. Well, the dancing, the googly eyes and all that.
Dancing and googly eyes is not intercourse.
But the intercourse was very much implied that he slept with her. So that's a whole other scene. We'll talk about that in another video too.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this video, click like and subscribe and ring the bell. Because if you just subscribe, you still, like, YouTube hates us. We curse and we do all kinds of things that YouTube doesn't like. So we're not exactly doing well in the algorithm. But
hit the thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up for sure. But more importantly, you want to subscribe so you have a chance at getting new videos from us. And then ring that bell. I don't even know if the bell's still around. YouTube always changes things. So look for a bell. I don't know. But hopefully you like this video. We generally do one a day. All right, anyway. So, and pretty much all we talk about is Cobra Kai these days.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about too much else.
We're a little obsessed.
So anyway, before we wrap up, I think Deceptive Daniel has put Chozen in a bad position. Because even though Chozen can kick major ass, I think he's going to be dealing with Terry Silver, who's also at the top of the fighting food chain. And Mike Barnes, who we don't know how badass he is now. I'm assuming very badass.
I'm assuming.
Those guys are going to show up. What I think is going to happen is they're going to show up to Miyagi-Do. They're going to go, what the fuck is this? We told Daniel he can't be a sensei here anymore. He can't train here. And I'd imagine then that our good friend Chozen is going to have like zero patience for this. I think patience is out the window with Chozen.
Oh, yeah.
I think Chozen's just going to look at them after hearing all Daniel's stories and just be like, get the fuck out of here. Hey, wouldn't it be great if they flip Chozen over to Daniel's side for a change?
Yeah. And
they actually get him to, like, if they go, that kid's a prick. That kid did this and this and this when he was young. And then Chozen goes, actually, he fucked with me too. Yeah, he ruined my business. He broke that little weight that I had when I remember the scale and all the weight and the vegetables and all that shit.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, we go from Terry Silver and Mike Barnes showing up and about ready to fight him at Miyagi-Do.
Yeah.
And then 10 minutes later, they're all drinking beer together and they're commiserating.
Swapping Daniel stories.
That'd be hilarious. Oh, while Daniel's away. Remember, guys, Daniel's going to be in Mexico helping Johnny Miguel.
That's what we think.
Well, it's going to happen, yeah. So that'd be hilarious. Daniel comes back and he sees Terry Silver, Mike Barnes, and Chozen all ready to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
That would be splendid.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Anyway, guys, look. So that's what I think. I think Deceptive Daniel might get Chozen into some trouble. I think Chozen's more than happy to take these guys on, but this could get very violent. Like, we could be talking major weapons, and like, I could see Terry Silver and Mike Barnes completely losing their shit over this, over the fact that they won supposedly fair and square, and that Daniel's not honoring the deal.
Yeah.
That's fucking, they could really look at it that way, and that could lead to a life and death situation. Let us know in the comments, you guys. What do you think? We're getting into some pretty unique territory here. I think it could go a lot of different ways. Like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Let us know what you think. We'll see you tomorrow.